Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of the First Descendant running on PC. Okay. We are still playing
특별한 인간 아이야. 무엇이 필요하니?
still playing Glay. Oh, I'm missing this, the nanotube. Mutants. We have 15 of them already. Alright. Let's go get, what, 2 more? I think I need 2 more. It's not a 2 more. Nothing I want. go. Oh, I'm so tired.
특별한 인간아이야. 무엇이 필요하니?
Why is my tuned wave of light have less DPS than just the wave of light that was I just made? What is that? You know, whatever. Oh boy, I might have to call this night early. I'm feeling so tired.
얻고 싶은 게 있다면 대가를 지불해야지.
Oh, same thing, missing one. Let's see. Dead Bride on hard. Let's see, what are the things we're getting here? We're getting Murky Energy, Fusion Plasma, Support Coins, then Valby, Luna, and Freyna stuff. Not for Glay.
사령부실 내립니다. 종자 보관소 제탈한 임무를 수행하십시오.
I know, it's hard to keep up since Ripley's number 3 slows you down, just like Haley's number 3 does. Sounds like you want to utilize one of her best skills. Well, you'll be walking real slow. Nobody got it. Well, I think it takes some damage. We're just pummeling that thing.
여기는 사령부. 매지스터 연구지 재탈한 임무 수행을
Well,
시작해
no, we
주십시오.
noticed this time. So weird. Shooting the same targets. Oh, the glaze already breaking up the relic. damn fireworks. It's worse if you don't turn off the effects, then it's fireworks plus the explosions covering the screen. Not sure what they were thinking on that effect, and having it be so predominant and not transparent. I know, we're like a little overkill on this level. If it was a 400%, maybe it'd make more sense. Two more. 1 and 2 here. Just light jog. I wonder if we screwed around with a thunder cage and just loaded it up with some ridiculous cores, if it would be effective as well. Seems like Lee can make every gun magic, so might have reason to use something like that since it has crowd control as well. Which doesn't really have a crowd control gun that's super popular, except for the perforator, but I hardly call that crowd control. Maybe we'll do that. I haven't broken out that thing for a long time.
오래된 불가사의 재산 임무를 시작하세요.
재장 중.
I'm not sure what I put in there. Because the core types are definitely locked by the weapon. I saw another content creator who was sort of poo-pooing the idea of having Way run around with just the using this gun, Last Dagger, in the regular dungeons. I was like, hey, don't just run around the regular dungeons and use the Last Dagger, since it's only good for single targets. Like, you know, use the relic if you in these dungeons, which you can always tell when there's someone who doesn't play like a lot of public multiplayer. because then they'll make kind of suggestions like that, which don't make a lot of sense when you play a lot of public multiplayer. Because not everybody like follows this sort of strict role. In fact, really nobody does. You know, I mean, this is not Rainbow Six, where people just adhere to very specific kinds of play styles. That's your role. You do this. You only provide cover, or you only take care of scrub enemies, or you defend and you take points. That's just not the kind of coordination you have in a PvE game, and certainly not the kind of coordination you have just playing with the public. Because in a public game, you never know what you're going to get. You never know if you're going to get 2 Freynas and an Inez, or 3 Inezes. And so the idea of roles and people can only use certain kinds of weapons in certain situations, it just doesn't really work. And if I were just to break out the relic for every single group fight, and people just leave their default settings on, where they just can't see anything while you're shooting your weapon, I don't think that makes anybody happy. Plus, again, you're likely in the party to have a Freyna or an Inez. I mean, chances are pretty good. And so now your relic really isn't going to be used that much, because they're going to be handling the majority of the crowd control. And you're going to be providing strict DPS, which means for the most part you're just going to use the last dagger. And that's just the reality of a public game, You can't just go and type in a chat or yell at chat and say, hey, I'll handle the trash mobs with the rusted relic. And then when there's a boss, then I'll use the last dagger, and that's it. The Inez and the Freyna player are gonna look, and the Freyna player are gonna look at you like you're nuts. Like, what? No. I'm gonna handle mobs. What are you doing handling mobs? Put that damn thing away. All you're doing is cluttering up the screen. And so yeah, I mean, you're gonna see me running around with just the last dagger, using it in the public games, because that's the thing that makes sense. Not everybody plays this game, RPG style. Like, it's a fairly rare thing to do that. Unless you have a dedicated group that everybody agrees what they need to do and what they can and can't do. But even then, you still have to be flexible. If your Inez is down, and you don't have a revive ready, and you still need to control the crowds, well, then you can break out the rusted relic. But if Inez is around, crowds are being handled, then you take care of the harder enemies with the last dagger, and that's a perfectly fine solution. Rather than people playing what they need to. Or, in some cases, maybe they don't have the restored relic. Maybe that's all they got is the last dagger. So that's what they're going to use. Kind of same thing goes for the Void Purge. It's like, yeah, it'd be nice if people had dedicated roles and they, you know, your Haley's new to use the Albion for crowd control, you know, and a little bit of damage. You know, Freyna's do all the damage, no problem. You know, if you have a Lepic or an Enzo, you know, they're gonna do their support roles. But it just doesn't really work out that way. You know, people play the way they want to play. So all of a sudden you go there and dictate how, you know, what they have to do and what they can't do and what they cannot do. And they're just continue to screw off. And rightly so. Like when I was when I used to play Call of Duty, you know, we play a team deathmatch game, and you'd think that people would want to organize, but they treated team deathmatch like a one-on-one arena style mode with no team play in mind. And you know what? That was fine, because it's a bunch of strangers getting together who don't know each other, you know. So they're not necessarily going to want to play in that very structured way. And they don't have to, you know, it's a video game. You do these things for fun. That may bother people that like the super structured team dynamic, but well, that's not how this game works. In reality, with real people who don't know each other and who don't even necessarily agree that you have to play at a certain way. You know, it's like trying to coordinate a public game of Team Fortress. You know, it's like you're just not going to happen. Just like that, you know, that bomb build with Shannon. It's like, theoretically, great for a party. In reality, absolutely terrible for a party. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to berate these two Inez players for using too many lightning balls and not using any snares? I think that's just silliness, you know? I mean, we can trash talk them here. But at the same time, you know, I mean, it's perfectly fine how they're playing, you know, really nothing wrong with it. And for all I know, you know, both of them could be like 10. And maybe the concept of team play, you know, really hasn't crept into their brain yet. Or they could be 50 and not have an idea of what team play really, really is. I found that age and education don't necessarily determine intelligence. They're contributing factors for sure, but there are always going to be people that are going to beat the odds. And no matter how much privilege or stature they have, they can somehow still be kind of morons. And sometimes the poorest guy you know. Sometimes that guy is the smartest. Not all the time though. Don't start feeling too confident about yourself. Sometimes you think you're the smartest and then, you know, unfortunately you find out that maybe some things that you thought were true or not. And it was weird for a game that apparently has a dying audience. That I very rarely run into the same people. I mean, I do see familiar names, but most of the time it's like people that I've never seen play before. I was like, I thought this game was dead. But I think people look at the Steam database, the Steam usage charts. I don't think they realize that not everybody plays the game on Steam. So there's a big chunk of the audience which is just not on Steam. Is that it? Okay. Took a long time to get all the orbs. You know, if I see that we're in like desperate need of me using a relic, then I'll use it. I'll probably use it here because the enemies here can overwhelm us. In general, I try to kind of steer away from it, just because I know that the screen filling effect is really distracting. But at the same time, if I don't use it, then we might die. So those are my choices, and yeah, I'm going to use it. I hit the reload button. Oh my god. That was wrong with me. As much as I played this one, I have on occasion died here. to the best of us. You know, if you get the right combination of landmines and shots to the face, well, you will go down no matter how much experience you have.
장전.
But here with a bunny and an Enzo, I don't necessarily know if I'm going to need to bust out the relic for this room. Bunny could probably take care of all the incidental monsters. I mean, I guess we'll see, you know. But again, there's why I don't have hard, fast rules that people must absolutely follow when they're playing the recreational video game. Running it.
고생했습니다.
Oh, whoops. Forgot to re-queue. And actually, I'm not even done with the restored relic, so I still have to level it up. It doesn't quite do as much damage as it should in its current state.
여기는 알파. 망명지 제타란 임무를 실시한다.
그대로 멈춰라.
Yeah, it's weird when and where it engages the enemies. Oop, I didn't mean to drop that far down. And of course my grappling hook attached to the wrong surface. God, I was having no luck earlier with the with Deathstalker. It just kept getting into room after room of folks failing. I mean, obviously me included. So, we'll see what happens tonight. I don't have a lot of hope based on what was happening during the day.
임무 종료 확인. 누구였다?
Okay, there should be enough chances. Thankfully in the hard missions you get double the rewards. Or amorphous materials. I think one of those weapons I was fishing for had to be played in normal. And there was only one amorphous material. And usually I like to have 10 before I try to get the plans. Because, you know, the odds are kind of against you. I think we'll spend some time going through these too and just dumping the stuff which I'm just not using or don't plan on using. Same with these. I mean, yeah, I have so many of these components. And I reserved some here and there because I thought maybe I would use them. But it's already been this long that I've had them in my inventory and I have not used them, so probably okay to dump some of this stuff. Of course, that'll be the time that I discover that I actually needed that and I wish I wouldn't have dumped it, but, you know, c'est la vie. You can always get it again. Although it may take as long as the first time that you had to get it. Yeah, I changed up the color for pants. I just realized that a number of other people were wearing the white pants as well. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not the only one that thinks that the white pants look better, but we'll switch out to orange. It'd be a tiny bit unique. Was it Dead Bride?
준비는 다 되셨습니까?
Saying 200 chill resistance. I don't know how I would ever get that number. I think the most I've had is like $3 grand or so. Having double that, I'm just like, how do I even do that? And, you know, still have other stats that I would need. I mean, we might solo this if it's not a lot of people playing it. There are definitely some bosses that are in more demand than others. don't do as much damage from far away. But I also don't want to die from the chill effect. So there's always that. We already shot the two little things, you know? Leave your arm out a little for a little longer, man. Thank you. I do want to be lower health for the extra damage, but I draw the line at dying. Gotta have standards. The Polar Knight set is actually pretty good for her too. Kind of depending on what you want to do. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right, it was hammer. I was like, what am I trying to make again? Use the void fusion reactor. Oh, right, when you're doing the fishing for parts.
어쩌면 메지스토야말로 진짜 인류의 희망 아니겠니?
Okay. Is there any other weapons which I need to go after? Oh, I guess I don't have this one, huh? Oh, apparently I have the parts though. Oh, geez. Let's see, do I have 62? I do. Do I actually even own one of these? I guess not. I guess I figured I didn't need another sniper rifle. But now we need to build 5. At 62, okay. At this point I just get 5 of whatever ahead of time. Unless I run out of shards, then, you know, then I don't have a choice but to break it up into smaller gets. Max HP 867. Oh, not bad. Max MP. That's a good one. That's a good one. Uh-huh. No, no, no. And let's activate this first. Ooh, it's the Kuiper mine. I should probably do that since we're running low on money. Well, I mean, not really running low, but I would like to have more in reserve. There we go. In case we ever need it. Oh, did somebody else want to join it? Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. I didn't know. Restored relic, huh? Well, I hope I don't have to build another one. Oh, I was like, are you doing it, or you want me to? Oh, he's not. Okay. Like, get your shots in early. The thing dies fast. Alright, we got one. Let's see how many we can get out of our, what was it, 12 materials? Yeah, I saw some videos of people using Savoy's Proof as a boss killer, which, I mean, it's essentially a mine layer with the way it works, even though it's classified as a sniper rifle. Seems interesting. But again, would only really work in single player. Try to pull that off in a multiplayer match, and we find that the damage is not quite so significant. But I may set up a build so I can take down the Defiler and maybe earn one of those costumes, or at least one of the backpacks before they go away. But you know, you only earn 4 tickets and you need 300 for one of the items. So it's like, that's a lot of fighting Defiler. I'd be very sick of the Defiler by the time I get even the first 300. Especially if we're building the Defiler and it dies in 6 seconds, you know, making a build just for him. I was like, well, that's maybe not quite that fun to grind like that. Such a loud neighborhood. I do have regrets moving here. But the rent is cheap. Or cheaper. I guess it would hardly. Most people would hardly consider this cheap. But for this area, or for this stupid ass city, it's about the cheapest rent there is. It's a problem with living in a popular city. It's popular. So rent will be higher. But at the same time, I need my fast internet. And only so many places in the state you can get fast internet. Well, so many places in the state that have fast internet, and I have a good standard of living. Last one. Oh, now it's a mystery. What are we gonna get? Alright, well, not bad. I got some of what I wanted. Yes, item management. Everybody's favorite thing.
얻고
Okay,
싶은
are we squared away in our
대가를
research?
지불해야지.
I think for the most part, yes. Oh, I don't have any of this either? Really? Dead bride again, huh? Oh no, I do want fire rounds. Max shield 0. Does not use shield. Yeah, Flea doesn't need protection. Got her tubes tied. Had the one kid that went crazy. That was enough for her. Let's see, are we going to be alone? Oh, we're with Inez. fun.
방심했어. 벌써 쓰러져.
Ugh. I was like, there's no health around. Oh, there's one right there. Wow. So much for that. Oh yeah, we almost did it. Oh, that's close. Right in the middle, huh? Here we go. Cheek City. No, not quite a full house. That's exactly how I wake up in the morning. I feel you, girl. Except all of my joints pop. It's like, why am I so old? Ugh. I forget, it's not always about the stats. Sometimes you want to keep some of these reactors based on their weapon type. And then the stats don't really matter. Especially for some of the rare weapon types, like, you know, like the launcher is plentiful. You get a lot of launchers on the reactors. But not necessarily a lot of tactical rifles or handguns. Or, sorry, hand cannons. Not that we're using a hand cannon, but if we were, we don't get a whole lot of drops for that type of weapon. big baby. How many hit points do I have left? 15? Well, yeah, it doesn't say a number, but not much. Like how even at the end of the, after you defeat the boss, it doesn't refill your health. It's like, nope. You just listen to that sound of a heartbeat. It's the price you pay. Could not protect those cheeks. Let them be hurt. Now what do we get? Anything interesting? The answer is mostly no. Yeah, I don't know if Walk a Tightrope is really a great module, considering you actually do spend most of your time at full health. I mean, you can get yourself into that below 50. But like the amount of time that really activates, it's not that much. That has like a lot of drop off, so it really should be closer to my target. Get closer. Nothing good. Oh, I got this thing 18? Oh, okay. Got a ways to go. I guess I could use one of these things. I just always forget that I have some of this stuff. And I guess I'm not really in a rush to fully upgrade everything either. Like, the rate of experience you gain is pretty respectable. I know there's certain people that say everything is too slow, but I just really don't feel that way. But I am used to playing RPGs, so, you know. Progression in Dragon Quest 1 is slow. This game, not slow. Yeah, in comparison. Actually, what was the last Dragon Quest? 11? Even that progression was pretty slow if you played the S version, which is the one I played. Let me tell you, it took a long time to max out levels. And you had to, because the ABS version is so damn hard. Yeah, I'm with you, Blue. I just don't feel that anything is slow in this game. If anything, it's maybe a little bit too fast for the business. I mean, if you want to talk slow, we can talk about prestiging in Call of Duty. Prestiging all of your guns. I mean, that is a grind, and that really feels like one. And then at the end of the day, you're like, is that really all worth it? I'm not. Due to the nature of the game, I'm not really doing like extra damage or anything. Somebody with an assault rifle that hasn't been prestiged at all can still kill me. Kind of has to be that way in a game like that. What happened? I think what's funny is that I'm sure some of the people who complain that the progress is slow or it's too grindy are usually people with like a lot of time on their hands. It's like, if you're under 18, because potentially you may be working and you would not have as much free time, but like if you're under 18, you have all the time in the world, man. I mean, ain't nothing going on in your life that would make this game seem too slow. Now, you're 18, maybe you're working 2 jobs. Okay, I get it. That seems like more of a problem with leveling up your life then. Well, if you can. Some people can't get out of the situation, so, it is what it is. I want to waste one of these stats just so I can get faster charge time on my grappling hook, because man, the standard charge time absolutely sucks. It's like, do I really need another firearm attack? I hate waiting around for that thing. Oop, just us, huh? Alright. Theoretically should go by fast. Phase it. No such luck. That thing hasn't really showed up that much for being 20%. It's not like I can change the odds either. It's right in the middle. Max HP for the Polar Knight. I always like seeing that. Need more HP. Since I, don't have a shield to worry about. Yeah, I do understand the complaints about the grindiness, but, you're always getting things, so grindiness is like doing something and getting nothing. that damage drop off. It's so dramatic, you know, just from being this far away. Third phase, huh? Oh, okay. Alright. Ugh. That's what I get for living on the edge. Take away a certain amount of life to get the bonuses, but that does mean that I can die easy. And, you know, on paper it's worth it, but I don't really know. These emotes are so funny. Dog's like, what are you doing? Nope, okay. Ooh, fast matches, wow. For Dead Bride. Well, there's always new people playing. I mean, not level 40 new people. Grinding that Polar Knight set. Oh, me. Okay. Oh, I got him. Wow. Alright. That's a surprise.
이제 괜찮을 거야. 보여줄게.
more. All those we got 3. Oh well, it's alright. It's easy to earn everything. This game does not make you work that hard. It's so weird that it's a Korean developer. Normally their games are, it's like you're lucky if you gain 1 level in a week. You know, and over there the grind is perfectly acceptable. It's not weird to have a grindy game over there. Especially a lot of people playing games on their phone. I mean, then the grind really doesn't mean much. You know, just kind of playing on the way to work and during the brief lunch you're allowed. You know. Picking me. Alright, what are they gonna be? Energy activator. Oh, okay. Not bad. That's a 6% chance. I like those. Those are much harder to get. Yeah. Sometimes I just forget to pay the electric bill. It's like, why is it so dark here?
어쩌면 매지스터야말로 진짜 인류의 희망 아니겠니?
Okay. End the night on a tragedy. Let's see how many times we failed this. Oh, I should change the inversion. Then when we get her relic all leveled up, we can start doing the Void Purge. As like 50-50. I know I don't have that build. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, it got me. Huh. Usually I can walk fast enough to avoid that stuff when I'm shooting. Ah, damn it. It keeps hammering me. He's like, you bad descendant. Fortunately, my poo-poo spot. Ugh. Yeah, like I said, 50-50. Total damage. 30 million, but it only takes 50,000 to kill me. Well, right, less than that, I guess. What's my health at? Like 19k or something like that? Another delay of Albie and I mean, this is a pretty balanced scene for this. Oh, I was right there in front of that health. So close. And I have to sacrifice health to use my skill. So, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I mean, it just never triggers for that long. By the time this triggers, I'm usually going to die within the next second or two. So this may make more sense to give myself more toxic resistance. At least for this fight in particular. I still don't think I can get enough to sort of meet the requirements. I'd have to give up, I think, two more slots just to even do that.
진압한다. 어딜 도망치겠다. 포기하시지.
3 Inez, huh? I mean, theoretically, Inez is good for this fight. Certainly solo, she's really good.
방해하지 마.
Ugh. Should have known I couldn't get away. Like, I also have to be close to do significantly more damage, so it's like tons of disadvantages to playing this character in a group where, you know, you don't have as much control. But just playing 6-second intercepts, I don't know. I don't really find that fun. It's cool that she can do it, but at the same time it's like, well, I don't know if that's really what I want to be doing. Was that Rutal? Of course that's not Xantic. I don't suppose there's any resist that or Xantic, is there? Electric. Well, that doesn't really work, huh? We'll have to assign that slot. Yeah, right, the weak point builds. Well, I mean, it doesn't really help in the multiplayer, right? I mean, you can't do the 6-second in the multiplayer. It's just got too much more health. Sorry, buddy. I'm actually surprised they didn't give him a invincible stage like all the other bosses. Just to be extra mean. Do I even have a catalyst on me? I don't think I have an extra one. I do not. I will have to wait. And then we can keep that tab open for, and just swap out resistances depending on what we're fighting. in general, I'm pretty happy with this set of modules. I know I should build like more specific stuff for the Void Purge and the Colossus battles, but I may be too lazy to do that. Oh, Keelan. Wow, I haven't seen a Keelan for a while. Okay. I let go of the trigger. I don't get that speed bonus. No, the health is just right there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Keelan on a toxic boss, yeah. Well, you know, maybe he just likes the character. I think that's the thing too. I think like a lot of people just like a certain character and they just want to play that character regardless of whether or not it's a good idea. Like you kind of get attached to their design and you just want to play them, you know? I don't think it's that weird. But at the same time, you know, the characters are more than just they're more than just, you know, window dressing, right? They actually have functions. And you can fiddle around with it though. I mean, they gave you that inversion. You know, you can change your elements to a certain degree. So nothing is like really totally set in stone, which I think is good. You know, I mean, it's not a bad thing. So let's keep pushing, holding the trigger. That lets me run. Nothing I could do. He was after me. I just couldn't save anyone. Like, you know, I'd love to play everything with Luna, but she just can't do certain things. You know, she can't really do the Void Purge. I mean, she might be able to do like 1 through 15. I think kind of after that, then she has a hard time. You know, I can't use her as a DPS in a boss battle. I mean, she's not built for that. I mean, she can do everything basically except for those two things, but those two things are endgame things. So, you know, you're going to want to do them at some point in time. And I don't know what they would change for Ultimate Luna that would make that possible for her. It'd have to be some pretty interesting new Transcendent mods for her to be effective in any of those modes. Gotta watch my feet. Just cannot run away fast enough. Again, sometimes I think I should get the replace one of my attacks with either speed or better charge times. Oh, good. Another Glay. Level 18 Glay, though. Should be at least 33. Oh, damn it. Already dead. Oof. Okay, well, each of these characters has the ability to do major damage on this boss, so see what happens. I love it. 4 vouchers.
얻고 싶은 게 있다면 대가를 지불해야지.
Okay. Still got another hour for this. Well, here. We actually haven't spent that much time with her in her bikini.
모듈에 대한 건 뭐든 물어보세요.
My poor HP. I don't have any more components that give me more HP. Oh, I should probably clean these up. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, she has to sacrifice her life for her skills, so yeah. I mean, more HP is always the better choice for her. We're off, buddy. Oh, well, that was a surprisingly effective team. We went 2 Inezes. Although, no put on Inez in this particular boss. She does a ton of damage, she's just not very fast. Yeah, that's right. I have tons of junk, and not just in the trunk. Oh my god. It's whenever I want to do something, when the matches are fast. Outside of that, actually the matching is always fast. Oh, we're getting to the Japanese players now. It's not Korean lettering. It's all glay. All glay all day. Alright, well, this thing does not stand a chance. Not with all glaze. Oh, I know. Yeah, I mean, you can give her a lot of speed cores, but you have to sacrifice a lot of cores for that, though. It's like you really want like your cores to have more than just speed slots. Unless you're doing the flying bunny build, which is okay, you know. I think bunny does like more and better things without having to fly around. Just kind of a cool novelty. You know? Glay really is crazy. Just a crazy amount of damage. Her and Haley are just ridiculous at this end game. It's the Glay parade lately. Oop, ah, not quite fast enough. Just some bad luck. Oh yeah, me too with Void 30. I mean, Haley's so good at that level. I mean, you could technically do it with Glay. You just have to be more careful with dodging stuff. But Haley can just stand right in the middle with her Albion and just take stuff out. Okay, all glaze, so should go down fast. We'll see. I mean, I'm the weakest Glay here. The monkey sound gets me. It's like, why the monkey sound? Oh, there's a Jaber here. Wow, that's a rare sighting. Holy moly. I mean, that's just love for the character. Yeah, there's one stubborn person that plays a Jaber. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Please stop doing that. be like me showing up with DPS Luna. It's like, what are you doing here? Someday I will find a way to get her to solo the hard boss. When her ultimate comes out. Not as her regular character. Just that she just can't do it. Oh, is he breaking out the shotgun? Oh, Alright. Being a little different. That was inevitable. It was going to happen at some point in time. Oh, shouldn't have come so soon. Should have waited. Especially during the monkey pound. Please stop shooting me. A lot of health in there. Well, that's good. I need those quantum incubators. Need to make more dimension analyzers. So upgrade the reactors. I don't know, the funny thing is I love Inez. I love Inez.
끝내주지.
I mean, she can kick ass through so much of the game. I guess they must have seen how much everybody loves her and just made the end content incredibly difficult for her. Uh-oh. Monkey bounce. Ah. You can't get away. If he wants to get you, he'll get you. I should have broke that part, so no. This is why I like playing the multiplayer. I mean, it's very predictable if you just want to play single player and do the 6-second defiler kills, but it's very unpredictable if you're playing in a public game. You have no idea what you're going to get. You think to yourself, I got the perfect build. I'm going to completely destroy this boss. And, nope. It's very sobering. I say, I'm so good at this game. I can beat all the content. I was like, are you sure? Oh, dead. Yep. Oh my goodness.
이제
Try to do it with a buddy, so a 2-man job. Yeah, I mean, I could see it being more interesting with 2 people. I just can't get any of my real life friends to play this game. It's one of those things where I know they would like it, but their arguments are always like, I don't have time for it. I was like, like, oh, you'll be so far ahead. I'm like, it's really not that kind of game. I mean, like, yes and no, right? I don't feel it takes like a ton of investment. Especially if you pick one character you like, just stick with it instead of bouncing around like I do. I do think it's funny that her ultimate basically, or Blaze's ultimate basically is not really her ultimate at all. It's like nobody uses number 4. The core system basically made that whole thing obsolete, so I'm wondering if they might revisit that. Yeah, I mean, I try to tell my friends that it basically. I mean, this game really reminds me of Phantasy Star Online, number 1, not number 2. Number 2 is a whole different beast. It's not the exact same gameplay, obviously, but the loop is kind of the same, and the universe is pretty similar as well. Whatever. Sorry. No matter what build you have, this boss can stomp you. This is the worst time to die. Yeah, that's the same story I tell to, you know, when I played this game. Like, I introduced it to a friend, and, you know, I had only played just a little bit, but then he started playing, and he way surpassed me in 4 weeks, and I'd already been playing for, you know, 4 or 5 months. But, you know, he put a lot more time into the game. But yeah, it's not really very hard to get to the end game. But again, that's not a complaint. It's very much a compliment for the game to let people play like this. of you have health? No? None of them? I say, worst time to die, when the enemy is vulnerable.
이제 다시 싸우.
Oh, we still got meat out of them. Let's get rid of that. I knew that was going to happen. Poison's getting me. Any of these health? Well, that is, but it's surrounded by poison.
장전. 장전. 재장전. 벌써 끝났다.
Okay, well, we got a couple tickets out of that. That was fun. Although my controller did nothing but vibrate for the past hour.
얻고 싶은 게 있다면 대가를 지불해야지.
Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching the First Descendant running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.